EB working? EB working? What the hell is on my... Why didn't anybody tell me about that? Interesting. Alright, well. EB working. Okay. Do you be working? Do you be working? Oh god, you be working. Sorry. I have no idea if this is going well. Here we go. That feels a little better. Or does it? I don't know. I'm just eating blueberries. On them. Freak it the fuck out so I wipe the cameras off. Man, I'm super good at this. Alright. Anyways. Let's see here. Let's see if anybody shows up. No one will. It was your only chance to find out anything about me. And it will be squandered. Squandered by the masses. I guess I could, oh god. Fuck me. Fuck this mouse. Let's drag this over here. There we go. And then, in the meantime, do literally anything else. Blueberry down. Blueberries down. Hello, whomever. I'm just chilling out. How are you? I'm having to stream with my fucking mobile data. Isn't that the life? Just hanging out, eating blueberries. Blueberries need to move closer to me. There we go. Problem solved. Weird. Why is this thing that I need to open not opening? It's one of those situations where it's open but not really. Let's see what Task Manager has to say about it. Let's see here. Where is Steam? There it is. End task, because you're acting like you're not open. You're not letting me do anything, so we're just going to end task and try again. Okay. And now you're going to fucking update, because that's what you do. Yep, there it goes, updating Steam. Knew it. Oh, what was I on? Holy shit. I have my phone set up on like a weird tripod in a spot that there's not normally a tripod. So I keep kicking it like an asshole. They're good blueberries. I had zero plans for this stream. My whole plan was to just fuck around for an hour, hour and a half or so. See who wandered in here. It's like going to a convention and wandering into, you're just going through the different walking down the hall, peeking on the different panels, and you wander into the one that's got like 4 people in it. And it's just some dude talking about how much he really, really loves the Godzilla franchise. That was a real thing that happened to me once. Or alternatively, it's it's fucking Billy Mitchell. And again, there's only like 3 people in there. So even though you kind of wanted to go see what Billy Mitchell had to say, you didn't want to like talk to Billy Mitchell. So you didn't go to the Billy Mitchell panel. Because you didn't want to be one of 5 people. Because the more people there is, the easier it is to just kind of sit in silence and go unnoticed. Less people, the more likely you have to talk to Billy Mitchell. And that's no good. I don't want to talk to Billy Mitchell. I don't want to accidentally say something that offends him and have him add me to the list of lawsuits. This is gonna make noise, isn't it? Of course it's gonna make noise. I'll shut it up.
Welcome to Dynamite.
Shush. There we go. Nice and quiet again. I wonder if I could use this to like do something to trick the algorithm. Thank you. Happy birthday. How did we play this fucking game? I don't remember. Yeah, sure. I wonder if I've seen Billy Mitchell more times than the average person. Probably. I bet I probably have more candid photographs of Billy Mitchell than the average person. Just because he happened to be in frame of photos that I was taking at conventions. Know how it is. Sometimes you just want to take a picture of the convention floor and you end up getting a picture of Billy Mitchell going to town on a bag of fucking Doritos. It's a real photograph I have somewhere. Probably on my phone. So I can't, like, show it. Not that I probably should. Seriously, Billy Mitchell will sue anyone for anything. He's got to get his money somehow. This is a fun test as well. In addition to, hey, maybe this will be a stream as intended. It's a fun test. It's like, let's see how, if I can drag some strangers in here with the use of the algorithm. All hail its benevolence. Which I didn't expect much, but we learn by doing, and science is fun, so here we are. So I was like, let's see if we do this. So, like, a week prior, I made like a video that's like, oh, hey, I may be doing this live stream, yada, yada, yada. And then made that like the main fucking video on my channel for just like new random people and then returning subscribers. And then I think a couple days ago, much, much closer to this, I was like, should make another video. I was like, but this time I'll make it a short because shorts sometimes get picked up and just fucking flung around by the algorithm. You can throw a short up there and it'll just get, like, if you're uploading regular videos and getting like maybe an average of 20 to 50 views, you upload a short and you're looking at like 200 to 500 views on a short. Say all of my shorts, or most of my shorts, have way more views than any of my videos. So I guess it's just the new age that we live in. Everybody wants short form content, and I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at any of the less so short form content. At least I don't feel like I am. I don't know. I might be sitting on a fucking gold mine. Gold mine? Am I stupid? Gold mine. Alright. Okay. Somehow that was correct. But I was morally opposed to like TikTok. So I never made a TikTok or really bothered with short form content for the most part. YouTube Shorts is about the most I ever delved into that. All of that to say, I was like, all right, so I'll do it as a short because sometimes the algorithm goes nuts with those, more so than regular videos. I think that one got like 250 something views before it got buried. Sometimes it doesn't get buried as fast, and that was kind of That's kind of where the randomness comes in. Is sometimes the shorts stick around for a while, and so I got a couple that have like 1,000, 2,000 views or something. Sometimes the shorts stick around for a while. Sometimes they get passed around after, long after you've initially uploaded them. I've got one that's like that. I think it's at like 3 or 4,000 or something. Just a silly fucking video making fun of Canada's assisted suicides, basically. Because I uploaded it when that was uh, making the rounds, which they've been doing that since, like, I want to say 2019. You've been able to do that in Canada, but for some reason it got picked up and made the rounds recently. But anyways, but yeah, the one about this got like 250 something views before the algorithm buried it, and a couple of likes. So I was like, okay, well, I guess let's stick with the schedule, see if anybody shows up. But alas, which is what I expected. So, hypothesis proven. But again, that's the scientific method for you. Proving a hypothesis is good, I assume. So I guess would mean that this is working how I believe that it's working. So I mean I don't have to figure out how it's working because I already know. I know how it works. So now I just need to work on adapting to that. You stop yawning. Tell me what to do. Okay, I guess you can tell me what to do. Like, objectively speaking, you can tell me what to do. That's not where I wanted to put that. So I'm just fucking idly playing a Bubble Bobble clone, basically. That used to be on, that my mom used to play. It was on a family PC because we got it on one of those fucking discs with like 300 games. And most of them were just like flash games, basically. But then this one was on there. It's called Dynamite. Dyno. Goodbye, Blueberry. MITE. Exclamation point. That was the only one on there that was like an actual fucking game. And then years ago, I saw it was on Steam, so I was like, well, obviously, I need to get that. It's fun. But then it's fun because Puzzle Bobble is fun. I said Bubble Bobble earlier, didn't I? I meant Puzzle Bobble. Well, I guess that's not that's not fair to this game. You can make a shitty clone of Puzzle Bobble and it not be fun, so I shouldn't discount the work that someone somewhere put into this game just because it's a clone of Puzzle Bobble. I've played shitty Puzzle Bobble clones that aren't fun, so. Alright. Noted. Do not hold the blueberries in my hand long enough for them to get warm. Gotcha. Let's see. Pause. Can I just... No, I would have to Alt-Tab. So I will do that. Let's see here. How would I word this to get what I'm looking for? Um, I'll first this first. Pepsi Zero. The fuck? Is people telling me happy birthday? I just saw balloons, confetti, and shit go flying around my profile picture. It's more a profile letter. I don't have a profile picture for my Google account. Um, yeah, I guess this would be what? I would need. Yeah. I just started thinking to myself, I was like, well, if anybody ever watches this after the fact, I should just fucking pull up some questions and answer them myself. So I guess Google's gonna give me questions. I am, however, going to finish this fucking. Since I can see the end, I'm going to finish this fucking game of Dynamite first. No, damn it. That's like 5 blueberries gone. I need to be more careful with my blueberries. That's a life advice I want to impart to the younger generation. Be more careful with your blueberries. Because you never know when you're never going to have blueberries again. So if you squander the blueberries that you have, then that's all you'll be able to think about one day. When there are no more blueberries. You'll only be able to think about how you squandered the blueberries when you had them. So just be more careful with your blueberries. There's my life advice for the day. I don't really know what that means, but it feels like the kind of thing you could put on a t-shirt and sell. Like in LA. I feel like people in LA would buy that t-shirt. And then they would all just argue over what it means on social media or something. When in reality it means nothing. The person that made it knew that it meant nothing. But I guess things don't have to have a meaning. Maybe that's the inherent problem with art overall. Art and things of that nature is that everybody wants things to have meanings, but sometimes things don't have to have a meaning. I know that fucking thought, that revelation isn't really breaking new ground, but this is what I fucking do all day, basically. I just sit and idly think about this shit to myself. And I usually don't talk to anybody about it because I have certain people around me that I do like a lot. They're some are friends, some are family, and I love them. But because of how I was as a person years ago, uh, like high school years ago, so going on fucking 15, 14, 13 years ago, because of how I was back then, they have a tendency to have, I don't know, like blinders on, basically, and assume I am still the same way. So I just kind of get treated as such. So it's like, I'll bring something up, and uh, it would be like a genuine question, or I'll feel like it's a genuine question anyways. And it'll basically get shot down uh, with like the insinuation that I couldn't possibly understand what I myself am talking about because I'm too stupid. Never mind the fact that I'm not in high school anymore. Went to fucking college. I graduated. I am officially 30 years old. I may know what I'm talking about. And if I don't, that's probably why I asked the fucking question. I was looking for for a discourse, for a conversation, for a dialogue. I was asking people that I claim to respect what they thought, and that never usually doesn't go well for me. So that's why I don't bother asking things to people. I just sit and idly think about shit all day, such as aforementioned artsy fartsy fucking nonsense. All right, let's see. Google. What do we got? What's the first one? What do you want? Let's see. Does your job make you happy? I mean, yeah, sure. It makes me money. And money can buy things that make me happy. So through the transit of property, yeah, sure. That's my job makes me happy. It doesn't suck. I mean, it's food service. I run a sandwich shop. I am general manager of a sandwich shop. Squander my blueberries. And my job makes me money. So, yeah, I guess it makes me happy. It's a job. Whenever somebody's like, I don't want to go to work, I usually just fire right back with, nobody wants to go to work. Very few people want to go to work. Work just happens to be a necessity for the majority of the world. Okay. What else? That's my phone fucking vibrating. There's no telling what that was or how that sounded. What else is on here? Do you have a favorite memory? Um, I guess. I guess the first one that sprung to mind would ostensibly be. That's not. That doesn't feel like how that's pronounced. Ostensibly be my favorite, which is the time I went with my dad to Pittsburgh, um, because he had to go to Pittsburgh for work, and I was on summer vacation, so I just went with him. And one day he came back to the hotel room when he got off work. And he was like, "Hey, come on!" And I was like, "Where are we going?" And he's like, "I want to show you this cool movie theater," which was literally he just wanted to show me the movie theater because it was like, I don't know, it had like its own fucking restaurant and all kinds of other shit. But that all fell by the wayside. I didn't pay attention to any of that because what it also had was a House of the Dead 2 cabinet. And so me and my dad just played House of the Dead 2. And $7.50 later, me and my dad beat House of the Dead 2. And House of the Dead's my favorite fucking arcade shooter of all time. So that was fun. I guess that was a. I guess that would be my favorite memory. I don't know. I feel like when you say, "What's your favorite memory?" I feel like that really depends on how. Excuse me. The answer to that depends on how the person is currently feeling. Because like, if I, because like if my favorite memory involved somebody that maybe I'm currently on the outs with on the day you asked me, like me, like just to use the one I just gave as an example, like me and my dad gotten into an argument and I'm not happy with him at the moment, then I wouldn't list that as my favorite memory, would I? Because I would think about it and then I would just think about how I'm real angry. I'm real angry at my dad. But yeah, I guess currently, all that to say is I guess that's my favorite memory. Strictly because it's the first one I thought of. So why not? Why not let it be the favorite? What else is on here? These are like fucking. This is like one of those, like, oh, what are the best questions to ask during an interview? If you're the interviewer. So what this fucking feels like. Some of these aren't even questions. Some of these are just like fucking statements or like sentences that somebody forgot to end. Like this one just says, "Why am I going to?" Like, why am I going to what? Let's see. Da, 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 da. What inspires you? Um, fuck, I don't know. Nothing that I can think of. Um, I guess fucking yeah. I don't know about that one. I guess the possibility of making a difference, an overall net positive difference in the world, and the possibility of that inspires me. I guess. Yeah. See, these are straight up just like questions to ask in an interview or like on a date or something. Someone just says, "Tell me about your family." What about it? My family's great. My family's fucking awesome. I often am unable to relate to my peers because I don't have any fucking family related, well, any at all, really, but definitely no family related childhood traumas. And I, I don't know what the fuck people are generally talking about when they bring up, quote, generational trauma. Like, I feel like that's like a recent thing, like a last 4 years thing, like since 2020 thing, where people are like, and your generational traumas. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. I don't know what a generational trauma is. It's, I mean, is it just like where you're different from your parents and your grandparents? Because, yeah, fucking obviously. Obviously, you're going to be different from your grandparents and your parents and so on and so forth, going all the way back. You all grew up and lived in different times. Oh, excuse me. But like I said, I'm fully cognizant of the fact that can't I don't know what the fuck generational trauma is because I can't relate to it at all. But yeah, now I guess to put it another way, if anybody watches or has watched Metalocalypse, there's an episode where um, they're talking about Zora Toki's dad died or whatever, and their manager often sent or what have you. Holy shit! Whoops. Sorry. Um, it's telling the band to be nicer to Toki because his dad just died, and they're all going on about how uh, they all have bad relationships with their father. Like Pickles is talking about how he hates his dad. Murderface and Squiscar. Murderface talks about how his dad's dead. Squiscar never knew his dad. Um, and Oftenson makes the comments like, "Yes, you're all without fathers." And Nathan Explosion's like, "I'm not. Fucking love my dad." That's that's how it that's how it be. So much so that that joke gets made a lot between me and my cousin, where I have the same fucking relationship with my family in general, but my dad is Nathan Explosion. Man, what are some of these fucking questions? This one's even a question. This just says like right now. I don't know what that means. Does this expand? Can I get more information on what this means? Right now, ask interesting questions. Yeah, that didn't give me any fucking information. That straight up just says like right now and nothing else. Are you a good gift giver? Man, I don't fucking know. Everybody probably thinks they're a good gift giver. What kind of question is that? I would assume nobody's ever like looked me in the eye and outright told me that a gift that I gave them sucked. But I'm definitely a good gift receiver. You can literally you can get me fucking anything, and I'm just happy to get stuff. I don't think I've ever been disappointed by a gift. I told a coworker that one time, and he got me. Hang on, I'll try and fucking. Oh, you can't see it. I'll just go get it. It's like right over here. Hang on. I told a coworker that one time, and he got me just a bunch of random bullshit. He got me like a. He got me like a fucking. Uh, like a spatula, a bag of fucking like I forgot the brand, but like um instant rice, like the cheesy rice bag or whatever, and then this fucking aquarium skull that I keep on my desk over there. And I was like, all right, sweet. I could always use another spatula. It's like now I don't have to think about what side I'm gonna make for dinner. Whenever I have dinner that needs rice, and who doesn't just want a fucking aquarium fish skull hanging around just to have? So yeah, no, I'm a better gift receiver than a gift giver probably. It's because you can literally give me fucking anything, and I'll be like, hell yeah, thank you. Because for me, it's mostly just I'm thrilled that you thought enough of me or about me to get me literally anything. This feels like an obvious one. It's your biggest regret? I don't know. I don't have a lot. I have very few. I guess not buying a complete inbox Magnavox Odyssey when I had the chance. Just a story I think I've told before. I went to a convention. I went to this. It's more of a used bookstore, but they have movies and games as well. It's in Nashville. It's a place called McKay's. I think there are other locations, but I don't know where. I just know of the one in Nashville. But they this is like the first day of a 3-day convention. Me and Josh left the convention for a bit to go get something to eat, and we were like, "Oh, while we're out, we'll swing by McKay's because McKay's is cool, that cool shit." And they had just up on the shelf the Magnavox Odyssey, which was the first ever home video game console back from like the 1970s or something. Let's say 1971. Um, no reason of being wrong when I have the fucking Library of Alexandria at my fingertips. Magnavox Odyssey. Release date. 1972, sorry. Yeah. This is a little white unassuming box, and the controller was another white unassuming box with just like a dial on the side. But anyways, um, actually I can probably just do this in the fucking most jank way possible. Just pull up a picture of it on my computer here and rotate the fucking thing. Yeah, so this is the Magnavox Odyssey. This is Odyssey with box that it came in. And this is hooked up to your fucking color TV. And it had these you kind of see one right here. This little hockey fucking dealy. What it was is this was a screen overlay. You put it over your screen, and that simulated the actual like game playing field. Because all it did was make lights happen on your TV screen. Like you kind of see it here. These two dudes, like this whole thing, this green, the actual guys. This is just an overlay, and the actual game is just lights. Like yeah. So like it's just lights, right? Basically Pong, for that example, and then you would put this over the screen to simulate tennis. But anyways, yeah, it was one of these, complete inbox, everything here for like $500. And the problem with that is that was literally all of my money. And there were still like 2.5 days of convention left to go. So I was like, do I spend all of my money on this and not have any money for food or anything else? Um, or do I pass on it? And I passed, and that's probably honestly my biggest regret, especially now that I've been getting more into trying to find um, older consoles and gaming peripherals and things. Um, trying to find them still in the original boxes and stuff, if possible. So I really wish that I had done that. I gotta figure out my phone keeps fucking going crazy, so you just get to see this. Okay, so there's a text message. Shibbity bop. Turn that off for today. Yeah, that's just tattoo. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry. There's without going too much into detail on anybody, where I work, there is a homeless individual that likes to wander in there from time to time and get a drink. He's mostly harmless, but he's been in jail because it's the fucking cyclical recidivism thing. He went to jail for something, I don't even fucking remember what, some felony, and he sits in jail for like 6 months to a year, and they let him out on parole, and then he violates parole, and they put him back in jail for parole violation for 6 months to a year, and they let him out on parole, then he violates parole, and then they put him back in jail for parole violation, so on and so forth. And he's recently gotten back out. Apparently, he got back out today. Happy birthday to me. And one of my employees just sent me a message saying that he's in there making them uncomfortable, and he's always in there making someone uncomfortable. That's his whole thing. Good lord. Nothing I can do about that right now. What's the time? 7:43. I'll check on that later. Anyways, what else is on here? Where have you traveled? Um, well, half of the 50 states. Mostly on the mostly in the Midwest, and then a little bit out west. I think the furthest west I've been is Utah, and the furthest east I've been is probably Pittsburgh. Then I've been a bunch of places in the middle. Traveled through several states when my family moved from Utah to Tennessee, and then off the top of my head, the most recent states I can remember going to, I know I went to Arkansas, Minnesota, been through Iowa, been through Missouri, been to Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky. Yeah, that's it. That's it recently. Like within the last 10 to 15 years recently. Recently. But I know I've been to at least, I know I've been to exactly half. I may have been to over half now because I don't remember what all states I've been to. My parents do, but I don't specifically. So I always just tell people exactly half. And then I've been to Australia. And that's about it. There's probably a layover in some other country when we came back from Australia or went to Australia. I don't know, the fucking UK or something. I don't know. I was very young. What makes you feel accomplished? Having a fucking roof over my head. That's what makes me feel accomplished. I don't know how else to answer that question. Having a place to stay feels like a pretty solid accomplishment. Do I have any pets? Yes, one autistic dog. No offense to anybody, but I swear to God, he's got doggy autism. 100%. Sometimes he's normal. Sometimes he just sits there and chews on his foot, and then we'll look at it and be like, "Oh, what's wrong with your foot, bud?" Nothing. Not a thing. There's no sores. Nothing stuck in it. Just felt like chewing on his foot. So, you know, how many close friends is ideal? Uh, 3 to 5. That's it. That's all you need. 3 to 5 close friends. Any more than that, and well, they're not close friends. That's why when people, oh, it's like on my Facebook, for example, I think I have like an under 186 friends on my Facebook, and I only friend people that like I actually know. And sometimes even if it's somebody that I know, like I'll get friend requests from people that I went to high school with, but I'll be like, we have almost never talked. Like if we talked to each other, then it was like a couple sentences in the fucking 10th grade, and then I'll just leave that friend request in the fucking ether forever as though I didn't even see it. So when I see profiles that have like 3,000 friends, I just don't get it. I just do not get those. Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, there's no fucking way that you know 3,000 people. There's no way. I don't even think I know 300 people. What's your favorite food? I don't fucking know. There's too many good foods to pick a favorite one. I guess you can answer it as something that you'll always eat no matter what, but I don't know, banana pudding, I guess. I'll always eat banana pudding. Never had banana pudding I didn't like. So, but other than that, that's kind of like a nothing burger of a question. And you're like, oh, what's your favorite food? I mean, I guess that's easier for somebody who's really picky to answer. I'm not really picky. I'm not a picky eater at all. I'll eat just about fucking anything. I'll try anything once, food wise. So, as someone who's not a picky eater, that's not a good question. What's your favorite food? Food. Free food, I guess. My favorite food is free food. Free food tastes best. What else is on here? Favorite family tradition. My family doesn't have any fucking traditions anymore. Used to be, I would alternate um, when any of us still talked to that side of my family. Well, yeah, chicken carbonara is, again, it's good. That's my favorite pasta, but it's not like my favorite food. Was was what I was getting at. Because like if you're a super picky eater, then it'd be way easier to pick a favorite food, right? But again, I'm not. Like I've got blueberries right now. I fucking love blueberries. I don't know if I'd list blueberries as my favorite food though. One of my favorite fruits, I guess. My favorite berry, maybe. But I don't know, maybe not. Raspberries are pretty good. But yeah, that's why I just went. That's why I was just like, ah, fuck it. Banana pudding, I guess, is my favorite food because it's something that I will always eat, no matter what. If somebody is like, hey, I made banana pudding, and it's someone's banana pudding I've never had before, I'm gonna eat it because it's banana pudding, and it's probably gonna be good because it's banana pudding. So that's why my answer to favorite food would be banana pudding. But again, it's I I eat way too many different foods. I'm so unpicky when it comes to food that I it's hard to list a favorite one. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, family traditions. No, before my grandmother died, we used to alternate Christmas and Thanksgiving between my family in Tennessee and my family in Indiana. So like 1 year for Thanksgiving would be in Indiana, and then Christmas would be in Tennessee, and then we switched for the next year. But then my grandmother passed, and we stopped talking to that side of the family, so that tradition's dead, and we don't really have any others. I don't know. I guess I put a slinky on my Christmas tree every year because when I first moved out of my parents' house and got my first um, Christmas tree of my own, we didn't have a tree topper, so I just threw a fucking slinky up there as a joke, and that was the tree topper for that year. And now every year we put a slinky somewhere on the tree because traditions work. You just do something fucking silly one time, and it becomes a tradition. What was your first job? Little Caesars Pizza. Worked there for like, God, was it really only like 3 months? That feels wrong, but I guess it had to have been because I got that job like right out of high school, and then the shitty owner fired me when I left for college. And by fired me, she just took me off the schedule and never gave me my last paycheck, which was fine. I broke even because I have like 4 or 5 Little Caesar shirts and 2 hats somewhere still, and that was 10 years ago. Yeah, I was lucky. I got to be lazy during high school. I didn't have to work in high school. Just right after I graduated, I had to get a job. Describe a perfect day. Um, well, for starters, a day where I don't have to go to work, and also nothing work related fucking bothers me, and I don't have to do anything around the house because the house is already completely clean. Everything's neat and tidy, and I can just sit and do nothing all day with zero consequence. That's the perfect day. The weather outside is irrelevant on my perfect day. It can be a blizzard outside. I don't give a shit about that. Just as long as I can sit and do absolutely nothing without consequence and without being bothered. Okay, I think that was. Oh fuck, there's more. I did not. There was a drop tab. There are more. Oh dear. Yeah, but a lot of these are like not questions though. Some of these are yeah, like some of these are like the other ones that are just like not even complete sentences. Like we had the two that was why am I going to, and the one that just says like right now, and this one just says where is why do why do what? So I forgot to fucking finish these. Um, What's your favorite thing to do in your free time? I don't know, play fucking video games, I guess. It's like the only thing I do in my free time. I certainly don't. I certainly don't edit any fucking videos. I don't really have a favorite thing to do in my free time. My free time usually consists of fucking playing a video game or watching a YouTube video or doing both at the same time. Playing a video game and watching a YouTube video, or, pardon me, more specifically, letting a YouTube video play in the background while I play a video game because I can't actually pay attention to both of them at the same time. Um, what's your biggest accomplishment? Literally everything up to this point. Not being homeless. Not being homeless or still living with my parents. That's my biggest accomplishment. I feel like a lot of people, when I was nearing, um, when I graduated high school and was starting college, I feel like a lot of people, both people I went to high school with and family, I think a lot of people just wrote me off. Because, like I said, when I was the entire time I was in high school, I was a I was a pretty lazy kid, a pretty lazy teenager. I just fucking sat around and played video games all day, which objectively is still all I do. But like, also I go to work and make sure all my bills are paid and shit, and the house is kept up with. And then I just sit around and play video games all day because I'm fucking. I pay my bills, I pay my taxes, and I'm 30 years old. I can sit around and play video games if I fucking want to. But yeah, no, I guess not still living with my parents. I guess because I have an uncle that I don't know. People seem to act like we were really similar, even though it's not. I didn't see it, and no shade to the guys. He lived his life his way, and I can't judge, won't judge. But he lived with my grandmother his whole life up until my grandmother passed, and whatever. That was it worked for him. My grandmother didn't complain that I know of. So, like I said, not judging, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's gonna be just like him," and it's like, I don't. What? This is yet another half of the family I don't even ever fucking talk to or spend any time around. It's a statistical improbability. But I think a lot of that stemmed from I have a lot of family that I don't know just decided, which is a trait that I've kind of picked up. People tend to just decide these same things about me, but I have a lot of uh, like not what's the opposite of immediate family? Extended. We have a lot of extended family that just like decided that they had issues with my dad, and despite my father being a very hardworking individual and busting his ass for everything that I had growing up, they just kind of decided that everything was handed to him. Don't know where that came from, and they just uh, psychologically speaking, I would assume that it all stemmed out of jealousy, but it turned into just them being, having fucking hate boners. And I guess part of that was they convinced themselves that because I was my dad's firstborn son, that I would amount to nothing. And then I graduated high school, and then I moved out of my parents' house, and then I graduated college, and then I got married, and I bought my own house, and now that part of the family keeps trying to talk to me, and I keep just completely fucking ghosting them because I'm like an elephant. I never forget, and very rarely do I forgive. So it's it's just like, yeah, no, you can. First of all, don't apologize to me because I don't fucking care. But yeah, all of that to say, I don't know. I guess being here right now in this moment, literally everything that I've done is my biggest accomplishment. Woohoo! What's a challenge I've overcome? My own abject laziness and unmedicated ADHD. This is a challenge I overcome every day because I refuse to medicate myself for my ADHD. I don't. I don't personally like any of the medications or what they do to your brain. I don't agree with it. If you have ADHD and you need medication to function, that's fine. If that works for you, then that works for you. I'm not judging. It's just not what I want for myself. I don't like any of like I said, any of those medications. I don't want any of those medications. I don't like what they do to your brain. What did I just do? Holy crap. I was hitting buttons I didn't want to hit. I'm gonna pull this back up. Yeah, there we go. And anyways, yeah, I don't take them because I got diagnosed with ADHD back in the early 2000s. I was like 2003, 2004 or something. Um, and that doctor prescribed me. It's raining. I got prescribed Ritalin, which is basically just methamphetamine. So I was just microdosing fucking methamphetamine basically because that's just what they told parents to do to their kids for ADHD back in the early 2000s. And my parents didn't like that or what it did to my brain, and I didn't like it for myself. So I so fifth grade, so that was in fourth grade, and then fifth grade I wasn't on medicine anymore, and that was a rough time. But most like a good solid 70% of the problem with fifth grade was we had a really shitty teacher. Um, I'll say her name because I don't fucking like her. I don't give a shit. Her name was Miss Montiel. She literally um, came. She was from Louisiana. She moved up to Tennessee and got a job teaching fifth grade at the school I was at. And she was a horrible fucking person because this was also all around the time of No Child Left Behind, right? And the big push for anti-bullying. And the biggest bully that I ever dealt with in school was her, 100%. To the point where like um, one that sticks out in my mind. There was, for some reason, there was something where we all ended up having to eat lunch in class instead of the lunchroom. I don't remember why or what was going on, but we all ended up just having to eat lunch in class. So we like got our trays and everything, and then we just walked back to our classroom. So we're all sitting there eating, and she literally like, what's the word I'm looking for? She basically got. I'm just sitting there because the that class I didn't really have anybody that I was like friends with in my class in fifth grade. So none of the people that I would have normally sat with at lunch were there because it was my fucking fifth grade class. So I'm just trying to eat my lunch, mind my own business, and she just out of the fucking blue just starts making fun of the way I'm holding my fork, and then get the whole class to make fun of the way I'm holding my fork. It was a combination of how I was holding my fork and that I was like leaned over my tray because I don't know, because when I was a kid, um, which I think I get this from my grandmother, I had a bad habit of like dropping food and it would just fucking roll down the front of my shirt or whatever I was wearing. So my parents feel like, eat over your plate so that when I would inevitably drop something, it would just go on my plate. It wouldn't fall on the fucking floor. So I have a habit of eating over my plate now. And I don't know, she's like, come on, class, make fun of this weirdo. Look at how he holds his fork. Look at how he he hunches over his plate. I don't even remember how I fucking I don't have a fork near me as an example. I don't even remember how I fucking had my fork. Um, when I was in fifth grade, but apparently it warranted uh, fucking pointing and laughing. But yeah, after so fifth grade was horrible, and then sixth grade I was just like I finally had a handle on things on my own ADHD, and I've dealt with it unmedicated since then. So yeah, that's my long-winded answer to that question. Challenge I've overcome. My own fucking laziness and ADHD every single day. Fucking, what are your core values? I don't know. Don't be Hitler. Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole for no reason. Being an asshole is sometimes necessary. You should know how to be an asshole. Just like you should know how to be violent. But don't don't just be that way for no reason. Don't be that way just for the sake of it. A lot of people do that and it irritates me. Don't just be an asshole because you think you can, and don't think that you have the right to solve every single one of your problems with aggression and violence. But it is something that you should know how to do. You should know how to be violent when it's necessary, because there may come a day when it is necessary, and you should know how to be an asshole because you're going to run into people that are just assholes. And if you don't know how to be one right back, then you're not going to be able to deal with them. So yeah, core values: don't be an asshole for no reason. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's like my main value. Just be a decent person. Be cognizant of the people around you. What is your ideal day like? I think I already went over this. Any day where I just kind of get left alone. Nobody bothers me. That's my ideal day. Just a day with zero consequences, zero obligations. No one bothers me. This is another one of those fucking questions that I don't know work with my brain because I spend too much time thinking about stuff. So it just says, what's something that most people don't know about you? And like, upon first reading that, I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to answer that? Because I would have to know what other people know for me to know that they don't know. But I guess you could take it as something. Well, because if it's the easiest way to answer that question will be to like give out a secret about yourself. But why would you do that? Because if it's a secret, then it would be secret for a reason. So like, what kind of fucking question is that? See, this is what I do all day. My brain goes around, my ADHD brain goes around in circles, just fucking parsing information and thinking, just thinking about stuff like this all day, which inevitably ends up when someone's like, "Oh, what's on your mind? What are you thinking about?" I have to say, nothing, which I know frustrates the shit out of some people, but it's like, by the time you ask me that question, I'm like 7 layers deep, and I don't have time to explain to you that what started as what something most people don't know about you is now me picking apart the uselessness of that question, about how that question just doesn't work on so many levels. Because again, the easiest way to answer that is just to give up a secret about yourself. But why would you do that? Why would you give up a secret if it's secret? If it's a secret, then it's secret for a reason. And if it's not something secret, then it would be something that you would think is obvious, right? Because if it's something that is obvious to you about yourself, then you're just going to think it's obvious. If it isn't a secret, like it's something that you don't care if other people know. But if it's obvious to you, then you're going to assume it's obvious to everyone. So again, why would you wouldn't assume that that's something that most people don't know about you. So you go all the way back around to the prerequisite being that you need to know what people do and don't know about you for you to know that it's something most people don't know. So that's see, that's not a question that my brain can answer because it's a stupid question. I don't know. I wear socks to bed, I guess. Merry fucking Christmas. It's something most people probably don't know about me because most people don't know what I wear to bed. There we go. Still think it's a stupid fucking question because it is. Why are there so fucking many of these? How did I get that far through that without a fucking ad? Holy shit. Now they're popping up like fucking wildfire. Jesus Christ. Was it just in like a safe zone? I hadn't scrolled far enough for the ads to start popping. Ugh. What childhood memory makes you smile? I don't fucking. I don't know. The one that I talked about earlier. Does that count as a childhood memory? I think I was a teenager, but is that childhood? Is your teenage years childhood, or are we talking like single digits? Because if it's single digits, I don't fucking remember. I don't know. I don't have any like childhood memories that I think about, and every time I think about them, I'm like, "Oh, it's a good memory." That I don't do that. That don't happen to me. What drives you to get up every morning? I have to. There's nothing that drives me. It's out of necessity. If I could just lay in bed all day and be lazy and do nothing, I would. But there would be consequences to that. So out of necessity, I get up every morning and do the things I need to do. It's not some secret, esoteric, overarching goal. I have things and people that I need to take care of because I'm my own backup. So I get up every morning and do the things I need to do. I think I'm too literal minded sometimes. I know I'm definitely too like blunt and direct, but I think when it comes to questions like that, I'm too literal minded. Because that's like the kind of question that you get where if you're sitting in someone's fucking corner office at like I don't know an insurance company or like a fucking uh shit what's the word like an investment firm or something and this middle manager asshole is like what drives you to get up every morning and like the person that would be sitting in that kind of interview which is not me because I could not fucking stand working an office job like that it's I couldn't do it I okay I like literally from being able to do the job from like a technical perspective I could do it but from like a mental thing dealing with those kinds of people every single day couldn't do it couldn't do it I can't deal with the like white collar upper middle class like airheaded obliviousness holier than thou-ness every single day not every single person not every single upper middle class person is like that obviously but it's like the stereotypes how do I want to phrase this stereotypes are not helpful or there's a smart person word that I'm looking for or what is the word um what the fuck is the word I'm thinking of Um, I straight up cannot fucking think of the word. Um, I want to say conducive, but that's not the word I'm looking for. But I was trying to think of a smart way to basically say stereotypes aren't very rarely are they a good thing. They are um what the fuck is the word I'm thinking of? Detrimental. I think that's the word I was thinking of. They are often detrimental to the advancement of society as a whole, but they also don't come from nowhere. In my personal experience, a lot of people like to think that stereotypes just come from nowhere, and they don't. They don't come from good places, but sometimes they come from. So you have like, which is this? Would this be one of like Murphy's laws? This might thing I'm about to describe might be what you would consider one of Murphy's laws, but it's like confirmation bias. I think is what it would be. So it's like when you, because I deal with this like a lot, especially when I worked at um, same job but different location on the wealthier side of town. It's the confirmation bias where it's like the only people that you notice, um, again, sticking with the upper middle class, wealthy demographic that we're talking about, the only people that stand out are the shitty ones, right? And all of the other ones that are just like normal people fly under the radar because they're normal people. So you end up with this confirmation bias, and it blossoms into a stereotype. My ADHD brain went off the fucking rails there. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about to start with. I have absolutely zero idea what I was talking about to start with. I just know that I fucking derailed myself and instead explained where, um, from a purely anecdotal perspective, stereotypes come from. Yep. No fucking clue what I was talking about. Um, but yeah, stereotypes no good. Stereotypes exist because of confirmation bias. That that was a close one. That we end up with because when you have a stereotype about a certain demographic, the ones that fit the stereotype, which again stereotypes are usually meant to paint a demographic in a negative light, but individuals that would fit a stereotype are the ones that stand out and stick in your mind, and then the rest of them that are just fucking normal, again, you don't notice or think about them because they're being normal people. So when you recall all of the information that your senses took in that day, the only things you can remember are the shittier elements or more annoying or more obnoxious elements of a certain demographic. So you end up with this confirmation bias that makes you subconsciously go, oh, listen, all upper middle class white people are like this, or all Latino people are like this, and so on and so forth. When that's not at all what's going on. That's just what you remember because you had to deal with a Karen this morning or two. Anyways, that went off the rails. I don't know where that came from. Um, how do you spend your free time? I think I already answered that one. Sitting around staring at fucking walls usually. What are your hobbies and how'd you get into them? Um, well, video games obviously. And because I was born in 1994 and grew up in I would say the golden age of video games. So it was just kind of the thing. Home consoles were home consoles had taken over uh, the arcades spot, and it was just like, I don't know, it was like a societal thing. Around the time I was born and growing up, it was just like, oh, yep, kids play video games. So I just sort of happened, just happened to be I was born at the right time. And then I guess the other one would be YouTube, and I don't know, I just kind of fucking decided one day that I was gonna make YouTube videos. It was because this one Jackass was really popular. It was me and some friends. This is when I was in fucking elementary school. I would have had to have been like sixth grade, sixth, seventh, or eighth grade, somewhere in there. Me and some friends decided that we were gonna make our own YouTube channel. Um, I don't remember what grade I was in 2008, but this would have been in 2008, so like a year after YouTube became a thing. Um, we were like, oh, we're gonna make our own YouTube channel, and the entire idea was that we were gonna do Jackass type stunts, and then Let's Plays started getting popular on YouTube, and everybody wanted to do Let's Plays, and it just kind of kept evolving until I got to here, where I just upload whatever the fuck I feel like. Still primarily sticking to video games and Let's Plays because that's my only other hobby, but yeah, just ended up me uploading whatever the fuck I feel like. And I can't prove it. It's more of like a gut feeling, but I suspect that I would have had. Well, I know I would have, because I've accidentally done this twice. Um, I used to have an old channel where again I just kind of uploaded whatever I felt like again, but this is before I had a capture card or a PC or any like meaningful way to record video games or content. I didn't have an HD camera. It was just like a shitty handheld um, SD camera that my parents got me for my birthday one year. Because even if they didn't understand what I was doing, they were always supportive, and they knew that I made videos and on YouTube, so they were like, "Here's a camera." Um, but what's it going? Yeah, I made a video one time about how it's a, for lack of a better term, I don't mean this term in any offense. It's literally the only way I could possibly describe this video, um, which I think is still, you can still find it. What is it even called anymore? I need to see what it's called really quick because I don't even remember what the video is called now. Um, Switch account. It's on a channel called Practical Nonsense Podcast because me, Josh, and my cousin decided we were going to do a podcast because it was 2020 and COVID was happening and everybody was deciding they were going to do a podcast. But, well, I could, but it was hard for everybody to keep schedule. So 11 episodes in, we just kind of abandoned it. And every now and then we talk about doing it again, but we never do. What is it called? Yeah, okay. So I put it back to the original title. So it's just called Why the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Sucks. And it's just a shitty, spastic 8-minute long video that I uploaded in 2011. So, how fucking even old was I in 2011? Was that June 21st, 2011? I can't do math in my head. There's something. There's an answer to that question from forever ago. Something most people don't know about me. I cannot do math in my head. Like period. I can't. I can't like visualize the numbers and keep them like in line to be able to do the math. Okay, so wait, no, that can't be right. I'm stupid. So stupid. That's what I had to do. Okay, so yeah, I was 17. 16 or 7. Yeah, I would have been 16 because this was in June. So, yeah, so I made this video and uploaded it when I was 16 in 2011. So that was still, I think that was right before Markiplier and might have been around Game Grumps time. I don't remember when the Game Grumps started, um, but I could find out really quick. Game Grumps. Just need to know. I know that this was the fucking YouTubers at the time were like Spoonie, I think, and fucking Tobuscus. I'm pretty sure. I remember watching Tobuscus at the time. I don't think I'm insane. Um, does this show me when? Yes, so his YouTube channel was in fucking 2006. If I go to videos and go to oldest, 18 years ago. Yeah. Okay. So, wow. um, and then Game Grumps. I'm pretty sure that was. Yeah. So okay. So Game Grumps was in 2012. So this is pre Game Grumps, pre Markiplier, basically. And I made this video called "Why the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Sucks," and it's a real shitty, spastic fucking video. But in 2011 YouTube, it fucking exploded for some reason. The algorithm picked it up and ran with it. I don't even think the algorithm existed then, but it went viral, so to speak. It ended up with 105K views in fucking 2011, and currently it's sitting at 4.8K dislikes and 335 likes. And why are comments turned off? I don't remember turning comments off, but oh well. Anyways, I just know that it had a lot of very negative comments. Several people telling me to kill myself. Um, and if I had been a little bit smarter and a little less, again, for lack of a better term, spastic, then I might have been able to take that momentum from that video and run with it in a positive direction to have had a successful YouTube channel. But I wasn't smarter and I wasn't less spastic, so I didn't do that. And instead, leaned uh, more into the troll aspect of it because I saw the negative comments and instead of focusing on the positive ones and leaning more into being constructive with it. I focused on the negative ones and decided to be a troll instead, which was not ideal. And then later, when what would eventually become X Sanity was started, me and Josh, I think actually a fucking year later, if not the same year, because I'm pretty sure X Sanity is just the the old, it's just the channel that we started for that stuff. So go to this channel here. Oh, I guess I can fucking do this. So yeah, this is the video and the fucking channel and 105K views. And this is 16-year-old me. He's an asshole. But your channel. Um, when was this? Yes, November 20th, 2011. So I after that kind of popped off, I started this channel with Josh, and this was supposed to be, which these videos aren't even on here anymore. But you know what? I think they're on the other one. Because I think, I don't remember. But I remember I got a capture card. It was a fucking, um, it wasn't Elgato or anything. It was literally, it was a Dazzle capture card. Let's see if I can find a fucking picture of it because holy shit. Dazzle. Um, Dazzle capture card. Yep, that's it. All right. And I only got it because it came with my fucking. I don't even remember how I originally got because the editing software I use is Pinnacle Studio. Just because I ended up with it somehow, I ended up with like Pinnacle Studio 12. I think I don't remember how, but I ended up with it and learned that's the first editing software I learned how to use. I've been toying with DaVinci Resolve lately, but mainly I still edit in Pinnacle Studio because that's I think I'm on Pinnacle Studio 24 right now. Because again, that's just what I ended up with back in the day, and that's just how I learned to. That's what I learned to edit on. But it came with this fucking thing, right? Or flip the camera again. It came with this. For some reason, the thing I ordered came with this video capture card, Dazzle DVD Recorder HD by Pinnacle. And it's fucking, as you can see, it is um AV cables. So it was not. That's weird. Am I still good? Is LR is red, white, and yellow. Left, right video, S video, and it was not very user friendly. It did not record. I don't even remember what fucking program it used. I don't even remember exactly how this worked. I think I still have it somewhere. I couldn't tell you where. I couldn't even begin to remember how it fucking like worked or what program it recorded to. But anyways, see we had that. I had that when I figured out that. Um so we first of all we couldn't record in HD because that's all I had. Because again at the time I was 16 and we didn't have a mic. We didn't have a good mic. We had a microphone, but it was this fucking just horribly shitty, god awful. I don't even think I don't know where I got it. I don't even know where I got it. That microphone that I used might still be around here somewhere too. But it was not a good quality microphone at all. It was early 2000s microphone. So the audio quality was dog shit, which is unfortunate because those we recorded Left 4 Dead. We recorded 5 videos of Left 4 Dead 2 on the Xbox 360, and those videos uploaded them to literally like a brand new channel. This one that I'm on right now. When it used to be called Out Sanity. It, we thought it was really clever. Well, I thought it was really clever because it was the opposite of insanity, right? And we called it Out Sanity, and it was a whole thing. It was a brand new channel, and we uploaded these 5 videos, and they got between 200 and 700 views, like a piece, right? Which was a lot in 2011 for a completely brand new channel, right? But they were not good quality. And we didn't really do much else after that. Even when we did get one that was good quality, it's actually the oldest video on this channel still, because it was the only one that was like decent quality. Um, was is white noise, and I'm just gonna fucking pull it up and play it really quick. Should I? I can go to videos and go to oldest. So yeah, it's white noise that's on here from 11 years ago. That doesn't seem correct. This might be a re-upload that because I think, yeah, this is a, no, that's right, because we uploaded, uploaded fucking we uploaded 5 episodes of Left for Dead 2 Limbo, but they were both garbage. And then we eventually uploaded this one, and this was the only one that had decent audio quality before I got a new microphone. My first good microphone was a blue snowball microphone. But for this video, I plugged up a fucking Beach headset into my computer and sat it in between us on a chair, and that is how we.
Look at it. Oh God. Okay, turn on the flashlight now. Keep going.
That's how we recorded this one, and it's why Josh is quieter than I am, because it was leaned further towards me.
Okay, we're gonna play white noise. If it kills us, I'm just not gonna talk, I guess. You can hear you. See, look, it's not note taking. Yes, see, look.
Yeah, so that's the out of the. I feel like there's something that came after Limbo that I just cannot remember, but out of the fucking two dozen or so things that eventually went up on the channel, that's also why this is in like fucking the max quality on this first one is 480p, is because of that old fucking capture card. But and why it's got like weird like artifacting and stuff near the top. But yeah, that was the only one that was worth keeping, so that's why White Noise is the earliest video on the channel. And then there's like 2 shitpost videos I made because it was around the time Mass Effect 3 came out, so I was playing a lot of Mass Effect 3. Then what else on here? Another fucking shitpost, goofy comedy skit video that I made when I got to college and somehow immediately roped Brendan into my bullshit. And then a vlog featuring people I don't even fucking talk to anymore. And then Mario Party 7, which is also really shitty, but not because of the mic quality. I got a new microphone for my birthday and recorded. I guess it would have been for my 20th birthday because these videos are from like 10 years ago. So it was either my 19th or 20th birthday. Got a new microphone for my birthday. And the first thing I did was pack like 10 people into a fucking room and played Mario Party so that the audio quality was still shitty. But then it got okay from there. And now here we are. So anyways, whoops. Alright. I guess I'll do a few more of these and then call it good. It's been about 2 hours. What goal are you working towards right now? I don't not really have a goal that I'm working towards right now. I don't know. Staying out of debt. Staying out of more debt. staying on top of my debt. What subjects, current events, or causes are you passionate about? Government sucks. Not a big fan of the federal government, I guess. What's your favorite day to unwind after a hectic day? Literally just fucking laying on the floor and staring at the ceiling. It's a very zen. You can visit any place in the world. Where would it be and why? Egypt. I want to see the pyramids. It's the only thing. Like I don't give a fuck about the Leaning Tower, Pisa, the Eiffel Tower. Like I don't give a fuck about Big Ben. None of that. I don't give a fuck about Stonehenge. I don't give a fuck about the Great Wall of China. None of that. The only things that I want to see with my own eyes one day are the pyramids in Egypt. I want to go to Egypt. That's it. Um, let's see. What else is on here? I'm a morning person or a night owl. I'm not really a morning person. Like if I have to get up early in the morning, then I can. Like if I just have something important I have to do, like excuse me. For example, when I have to go to Minnesota for my wife's kid. It's a 10 hour, 10 or so, 10, 11 ish. Or is it 12? I don't know. It's a very long drive. It's like an all day drive. Um, I think it's like 11. It's an 11-hour drive or something. Um, so we get up very early in the morning and just drive all day. So we get there at night basically, check into the hotel, and her appointments are usually at like 5, 6, 7, 8 in the morning the next day. So yeah, if it's something like that, then I can get up and do it. It's fine. But if I have the option, I am not a morning person. I do not get up early. I don't like getting up earlier than like what's my day off. I don't get up earlier than like 10 or 11, something like that. Um, I am much more of a night owl. I'm usually up until like 2 in the morning most nights. Um, so yeah, night owl. Do I have any siblings? Got a brother. That's it. One brother. Kind of music do I enjoy? Everything, pretty much. A little mix of everything. Fuck, I can pull up my Spotify on here. Where I've always wanted to travel to. Egypt, I already said that. How do I stay active and healthy? I don't. I fucking don't. I am. I've been so lazy. Um, what's a skill that I'm proud of? I got decent enough reflexes behind the wheel of the car. And I can multitask with the best of them. But weaponizing my ADHD brain. And I'm pretty good about throwing fucking silly food objects and catching them in my mouth. Alright, bad example. Bad example. There we go. See? I just had to get in the groove. So yeah, that's not really a skill, but it is something that I like to do. So, you know how it is. What is this? What do you want? Allow access to Spotify, damn you. Do I enjoy spending time outdoors? Yes, actually. I'm catching blueberries in my mouth. The fuck are you doing? Making the stream and the camera freak out. Yes, I do actually enjoy spending time outdoors. I don't do it very often, but I do enjoy it. Mostly because I don't know anybody that likes to spend a lot of time outdoors. I only spend like 2 hours. I'm almost done. I can do what I want. It's my birthday. And if I'm like if the point of my day is to spend time outdoors, I spend a lot of time outdoors. I don't have anybody else that likes to spend a lot of time outdoors, so I don't spend much time outdoors. Let's see. Is there anything else on here? Not really. Most of these are nothing burger questions. So I guess I'll finish with the fucking music one because I was wasting my time opening fucking Spotify. You go away. Can I like switch to grid view? Yeah, there we go. I'll just move to this one. So you can see, I just have all these albums. If I add something to my like songs, then I just save the album. So you can see here a lot going on here. So yeah, people are like, "Oh, what kind of music do you listen to?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I just listen to fucking music. If a song is good, a song is good. I don't know what you want, man." But as far as like, I guess